Hey Tribe and YouTube fam, welcome back. In this video, I really want to share something crazy special with you because this is what happened to me last night. Right before I was going to bed, now I got on Threads because I was sharing some quotes and I saw this quote from Russell Brunson. And I'm going to share this quote with you and we're going to talk about it because this quote is kind of famous. It's not famous, but how people take this quote, it's really a violation. When you're trying to live life on your terms, you're trying to manifest. But then what happens is you have these multi-millionaires that really kind of tell you the wrong advice. Maybe they don't mean to, but they really share the wrong advice. And it's really a violation when you really talk about manifesting, trying to manifest, trying to live life on your terms. And this is what I want to talk to you today about and really go over this quote and see why this is such a trap for people to fall into when you start listening to multi-millionaires. Now, in this video, I am not going to slam Russell Brunson. I love Russell Brunson. I mean, I was part of ClickFunnels back in the day. Now, I have a lot of his products. I mean, I'll show you here. Here, right here. Now, I am in Thailand, so I don't have all his stuff here. I got stuff back home and in my office. But even with the stuff I brought in Thailand, I have all his books I brought to Thailand. I have his network marketing secrets, his traffic secrets, his .com secrets, and expert secrets right here with me. I have another book laying over here on the floor with him in it. So the biggest thing is I really ought to respect the guy. Okay, I think in marketing, in digital marketing, Russell Brunson is really the king. Nobody tops Russell Brunson. And on top of that, it's even Jim Edwards as well in his book. Let me say, I got his book over here. And I had this book for years. This is the copywriting secret. So you can see like all the little tabs in here. Like these books by these guys are just phenomenal, or just they spend a lot of time on their books and they're just nugget after nugget after nugget to help you. So, I mean, with that being said, I really ought to respect him. And I know 100% for a fact, he probably isn't the one making these posts and making these comments, because I know 100% he has a marketing team do that for him. At the stage as he is, he's not managing his own his own social media platforms at this point. But anyway, it's such a quote that it really holds people back. So other than that, really quick, to kind of be funny, is you might notice I did cut my hair. I don't have super long hair. It was running down my back. So I got it cut yesterday. I might say this in every flipping video. I cut my hair, look at it. But anyway, let's jump to the quote and actually go over this. Now, this is the quote from Russell Brunson. It says, confidence comes from action, not intention. You see, confidence comes from action, not intention. But if you actually study with Neville Goddard, the number one rule is it's all the power of your intention. It's the power of your thought. It's the power of your imagination. Okay. It's not about confidence. So it's really this type of quote. I think what happens is a lot of people listen to this kind of stuff and they think like, oh, action, action, action. I mean, listen to some of these comments, and I commented on this, and I'll share with you my comment here in a second. Listen to these comments. Okay. The quote is, confidence comes from action, not intention. Comment number one is, thinking won't build you, moving will. Take action. Holy crap, a violation of manifesting 101. What do you mean thinking won't build you? Thinking is your imagination. That's your subconscious mind. I mean, that's where everything comes from, baby. What do you mean thinking won't build you? Listen to another comment. Action builds trust in yourself over time. Another comment. Absolutely. Taking action is the real game changer. Keep moving forward. Another comment. I love this one. And this is the last one I'll share with you, is an intention is empty if you don't have a plan. The first actionable step is to have a simple plan. Holy crap. I mean, no wonder why, listen to this, no wonder why people don't live life on their terms. No wonder why people can't get manifesting and work for them. And all these comments right here are probably from people that don't live life on their terms. You know what I mean? They can't make it. They can't make it happen for themselves, or they're trying to force it to happen. And that's what happens when you misunderstand these quotes, like by Russell Brunson here. It's a misunderstanding. It's not that Russell Brunson really done this. It's really his marketing team that posts everything and post every day, or 3, 4, 5 times a day for him. But it's such bad advice that goes around in the circle. And it really keeps you, if you're middle, listen to this. If you're middle class, it really keeps you stuck at middle class. This is horrible advice. You know what I mean? A horrible quote. Okay. If you're in poverty, poor, it keeps you stuck at poverty and poor. Okay. Okay. Most of these builders, most of these multimillionaires that sell product, they really want to keep you at middle class because they keep you buying their stuff. That's what they really want to do. They don't want to see you become a multimillionaire because you might stop buying stuff from them, or maybe you won't. Maybe you just buy the more high ticket stuff. That's always common too. But let's kind of break down this quote. What did I say? Now listen to my comment, and I don't know. I didn't really go back to see if somebody actually commented off my comment or not. That's not really important to me at this point. But listen to what I say. I'll repeat the quote to you. Confidence comes from action, not intention. You see, and he basically, action is all capitalized. Like it's always about action, action, action. But what most people do, why this is kind of scary, why this is a trap, is because people take forced action. People are constantly looking for the how. They're constantly looking to how to achieve what they want. And they're taking forced action all the time. If you're an entrepreneur, listen to this. If you're an entrepreneur and you're sitting down taking forced action all through the day, and you're kind of worried in the back of your mind, that's why you're not prospering being an entrepreneur, because you're trying to force things to happen. Remember, force creates friction, and friction negates from you. Bottom line, okay? I mean, think about it this way. We've all probably done this in our life. Okay, we've all probably liked somebody and we really liked them, or we're obsessed with them a little bit, and we come off a little bit obsessive because we're trying to force them to like us, like in a way, and they can feel that energy. They can feel that something's off. And what happens? They kind of stay away from you. Even if you're good looking, they stay away from you because something's off. They can feel that needy energy from you. So it happens when you're trying to attract your SP. So what did I say? This is what I said by the Chad Napier. But it first starts with an intention. Then after the intention, then you take intuitive action, which creates confidence. Okay, that's 100% of a breakdown. I'll repeat this one more time for you because it's so flippin' powerful. It's not because I said it. It's because his quote that he quoted is backwards, okay? It's keeping you in this action loop that I don't know why all these ultra successful people, all of a sudden they make millions of dollars and then they give mediocre advice. It's like, it's all about action, action, action. Okay. And I mean, part of it is true, but it's a huge misunderstanding here. So let's break down what I said. I said, it first starts with an intention. Okay, everything in manifesting, everything in success, it first starts with an intention. Even all the greats, Thomas Troward, Napoleon Hill, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, it all starts with an intention. You have to know exactly what you want. That's an intention. You have to know exactly what you're going for, even if it's dream house or dream car. If you're an entrepreneur, if you want to be a multimillionaire, it doesn't matter what you want, okay? But you have to know clearly what you want. That's your intention. Bottom line, once you know clearly what you want, at that point, you don't take forced action. You don't run around and try to control the how and look for the how, and you're trying to force things to happen. See, this is the greatest mistake, what most people do. And they stay stuck in this loop. Then they keep on, again, they keep on quoting just horrible flipping stuff. Okay, you know what I mean? So let's break this down further. It all starts with an intention. That after the intention, listen, your job is to let it go, be calm, and wait. Because if it's your job to let it go, be calm, and wait, once you become relaxed, and maybe it happens in a day, a couple days, a week, it doesn't matter. Like what I like to call action is actually intuitive action. You have a gut feeling to do something. That's when you take action. You have an intuition to do something. That's when you take action. You just have like a light bulb moment. You have a thought that pops in your mind and you think, oh, that's a great idea. That's when you take action. You just don't take blind action. You just don't run around and take blind action. That's what I mean by forced action. You're trying to force things to happen. You're looking for the how. You're looking for the how to make stuff happen. Okay, when you get in the how zone, you're violating the laws of the universe. Bottom line, you're going to be stuck in this loop and you wonder why you're stuck in this loop year after year, year after year. Okay, I'll repeat it one more time to you. It first starts with your intention. Once you set your intention, you know exactly what you want. You be that person now. This is what Neville Goddard calls live in the end. Okay, you act as if you have what you want right now. Okay, you remain in that state. You let it go. You remain in that state until you have a gut feeling or an intuition or an idea. Once you have a gut feeling, intuition, or idea, that's why I like to call intuitive action. And that's when you actually take action. Okay. You don't sit it aside. You don't say, oh, I'll do it later, whatnot. You take action right now. That's when you take action. Now, once you take action, which creates confidence. So it's not backwards. Makes sense how they quoted this quote. Like confidence comes from action, not intention. But really, in reality, all your confidence comes from you holding your attention. Okay, you holding, remaining in that intention, what you really want. That's what really creates confidence. It's a pillar effect. It's like the domino effect. It's not backwards. But other than that, my friends and YouTube fam, just wanted to share that with you. And when I saw this last night, I mean, again, it kind of got my blood boiling a little bit because lots of times when I keep up with mentors, I keep up, on my social media, I keep up with these multimillionaires, and some of them are my friends. It kind of makes my blood boil because they really spread such horrible advice. And sometimes it's not really them. Sometimes it's their marketing agency or marketing team that they hire to kind of push out quotes and stuff like that. But it's not them directly actually sending it. But this is just horrible advice that basically it really keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck exactly where you are. It doesn't help you get out of the problem that you're in. It doesn't help you enhance your life. Okay, it doesn't help you to live life exactly on your terms. It doesn't help you to live life unapologetically on your terms. You have to understand this. Okay, and this is why I want to share it with you because it directly violates manifesting. It directly violates how universal laws work, and it directly violates even your identity. Okay, everything stems from an intention first. You be that person first. And once you set that intention, you be that person first, you let it go. And at that point, you're going to have an intuitive idea to do something, boom, take action. You're going to have a gut feeling to do something, boom, take action. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to lay down at nighttime and and this happens to me all the time. When I go to bed, my mind is relaxed. I actually have a notepad, sometimes this one right here. I have a notepad sitting right beside my bed. And because my mind will just start having ideas, ideas for videos, ideas for product, ideas how to kind of sharpen my ecosystem. It doesn't really matter. Ideas will start popping in my head and I'll actually write them down because I'm getting ready to go to sleep. And that's an intuitive idea. That means when I get up, I take action on those ideas. It doesn't matter what it is. I take action. Okay. If I'm going to the store, listen to this. If I'm in the store and I'm buying my groceries, if I have a strong intuition to buy the person's groceries standing next to me, you got to follow that, okay? Because you don't know where that gut feeling takes you. You don't know where that intuitive action takes you. Makes sense? I mean, if you're driving to the store and you think, okay, I gotta go grab a gallon of milk, and your intuition says, stop right here and get a gallon of milk right here. You do it, you follow it because you don't know why. It might not be about that gallon of milk, but you have that intuition to buy the gallon of milk. You have an intuition to stop at that store. You could be in that store, be in line, and someone in front of you starts talking to you, and that's your number one client. Okay, or he offers you a job. It doesn't matter. Or it's a connection that leads you to your next puzzle piece to get you exactly where you want to go, which is, by the way, is your intention. You see how this stuff works. It doesn't work backwards like this quote states. It doesn't work. Confidence comes from action, and it's not from your intention. Your intention has nothing to do with it. I mean, that's a line of BS. It's a line of crap that gets spread all over the internet that keeps you stuck in poverty, keeps you stuck in mediocrity. Okay. That's basically what's going on. Okay. I'm here to get you unstuck. You don't fall for this type of BS. But other than that, tribe, comment below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Remember, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.